In this lesson, we'll be talking about for loops. For loops are very common in all the programming languages. So now let's take a look at it. I'm going to create a new file called loops3.rb, and inside of this file let's create an array equals to, let's make it equals to the numbers until 6. Then let's create a for loop. Right now we're going to create one. The first type of for we're going to create is the for in loop. So we just create it like this. Use the for keyword, I in array and so here we are creating the for loop and a variable I, and we are going to iterate over each item of the array, and we are going to assign each value of the array to I. So let's see what happens when we run this. Loops 3. Okay, as you can see, we are iterating over the array. And now let's try to access to I outside of the loop. So if we try to access I outside of the loop, as you can see, I still exists and is the last value it was assigned inside of the loop, that was 6. There is also something else called ranges. So let's comment this, let's delete this, and we're going to create a for loop using the ranges class. Ranges is a class in Ruby and it's specified by 2 dots. Let me show you. For I in, and let's create a range for the numbers from 1 to 10. So make this is the same as we have an array from numbers to 1 to 10, as we did in the last example. So let's see what happens when we try to run this. And as you can see, it's just a range. And we are iterating over that range using the I. In some cases, you just can use the do keyword here, and it still works. It's better to use the do keyword for the for in loop. So I just was avoiding that. It's better to use it. We can do whatever we want inside of the body of the loop. For example, let's say we want to create a for inside of the for. This is very used, and it's used for searching and something, but well, it's not actually, it's not very used, but I want to show you if you want to let you know that we can make anything we want. So for j in 1 2 3 do I is I, j is j. So we're going to iterate for each value of I, we are going to iterate 3 values of j, and that's going to happen for each value of I. So it's confusing, so let's run it. So let's see. So when I is 1, we iterate 3 times j, 1 2 3, and then we go to I is 2, and the same will happen with j until I is 3. That is the range we specified here. Finally, you can also make you can iterate with for in an array created right inside of the for in loop. So let's make this. I'm going to make this animal in a list of animals. So let's create a list of animals using this special notation that I'm going to explain just right away. The cat, horse, elephant. Okay, this is enough. And we forgot the do keyword here. Oops. Now let's print the current animal. Okay, so what we are doing here is creating an array inside of the for in loop, right inside of the for in loop, and you can see we are using this special notation. This is a special notation for indicate this as strings. So inside of these parentheses, each word of these separated by spaces are going to be strings, and we're going to get back in all this sentence an array of strings. So we are going to iterate over that array of strings and then print the current animal. So each time we iterate over each element. Okay, so let's save and run it. Okay, as you can see, the current animal is dog, cat, horse, elephant. That's how we can create and list an array inside of a loop. Well, this is how for loops works. In our next lesson, we are going to talk about control flow using loops and what a lot of things you need to learn for control the flow of all your programs. As always, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I'm Bastirolandia. Follow us Race Karate in Twitter too, Facebook also Race Karate. Always keep an eye on racekarate.com where you will find the transcript of this video, and thanks for subscribing to our channel. See you next lesson.